Welcome, ZTV fans, to the first leg of our Phantasy Star playthrough. Well, technically the first leg took place last season as the tribute for Season 5 finale. But now we're going to get the playthrough going in earnest. I spent some time grinding off cam, as I promised I was going to do, in order to get some better armor and gear. And I just ground up enough to get the magic lamp that I was alluding to. So let's gear up here, and then we'll continue on with the quest. By the time this leg of our journey is over, we'll have added the fourth leg, or the fourth member of our group, to our party. No, hell no. I don't need nothing here. I do want to buy something, but not quite yet. Let's see. Here we go. Second hand shop. Buy. Magic lamp. We're gonna buy a few burgers, because although we have a good amount of healing and magic points now, but I always like to have a few burgers on hand in emergencies. Later on in the game, pretty much every fucking slot of space that you have that you can't hold anything else in, you're gonna fucking want a burger in. Just for the sake of, you don't run out of healing magic and shit. Also, very important, make sure you buy a transfer, or transfer as the game spells it. And hold on to it, because there is a point late in the game where you will be very sad, where you have the potential to be very fucking sad if you don't have one. And I'll explain that to you right now as we're saving. Late in the game, Mayu gets the ability to fly, which flies you to the end, one of the end boss castles of perpetual misfortune. Now, the thing is, he can also, once you're done fighting the boss and stuff, you have to fly back down to said cave, or through said cave to get back to where you're going. If Mayu dies, you can also get back in one of two ways. Either Elias casting a spell called Fly, which warps you back to the last church you visited, or by using a transfer, which also warps you back to the last church you visited. Now, the obvious problem would be if Elias had run out of magic points and is unable to cast Fly, and if you didn't have a transfer to get back to the main town, well, guess what? You'd be stuck up shit creek and you'd have to restart. So make sure you have a transfer with you at all times. If you use it, fucking buy another one. Okay, now... Okay, go the wrong way. That's okay. Because I do need to build up another 1,000 gold anyway, but I figured we would do it along the way. These fishmen are worth a good amount of money. Not as much as the werebats I was fighting earlier, but not too shabby. during the grinding, I bought zirconian armor for Elias and the ceramic shield for both Elias and Odin. Fisherman is killed. Fisherman had a treasure chest. 2010. Very nice. That's a fifth of what I needed right off the bat. Alright. So we gotta go to this cave to buy a shortcake because we need to go see the governor. To advance in the game, we need to go see the governor of Motavia, and we need a gift to get in to see him. And he likes shortcakes. And somebody thought it was a good fucking idea to put a shortcake shop in a cave. I don't know who would do such a ridiculous thing, but hey, this is an RPG, and of course we gotta fucking have our fucking fetch quests. Go into the cave to save the kid. Go into the cave to find the mystic bauble. Oh yeah, this is the Tower of Balamea. And we can't get in there, because you need the magic key. Or the open spell. That's one of the last dungeons in the game, by the way. It would be really bad if in those 2 or 3 squares that I actually got into a fight. That would be really, 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 really bad. God, I'm getting into fights like every single step. We're wasting resources fighting all this shit. You know, these things are doing a lot of fucking damage for all this supposed armor and shit that I bought. Everybody's got a fucking ceramic shield and whatnot. Okay, we gotta go this way. Look out for owl bears. Evil dead. He's evil. He's dead. He's evil dead. We cut him up like a mofo now. He's dead as shit. Okay, here's the cave I want to go to. And then here's a couple more dead trees. These dead trees, for as shitty as they are actually worth a not bad amount of money. 42, see? I mean, 42 Misty for those chumps. Alright, well, we go right to the door. And we get attacked by an evil dead. So right out of the hole, you get into a fight. That's great. Okay, here's the locked door. Now you notice that we didn't have to fumble around with flashes and shit. That's because we had the magic lamp. There's a treasure chest. You want to open it? You found a short sword! Yay! Now, believe it or not, there was actually a reason I picked that up, and you'll see that in a little bit. Why, this advanced level, I just learned a spell. What spell did you learn? I don't know. care. There's not really a whole lot of useful stuff in this dungeon, to be honest. Again, not bad money for something that's relatively easy. For something called a fucking gold lens, you'd expect it to be worth a lot of money, because it's fucking made out of gold. In Dragon Quest, if you fucking kill a gold man, well, guess what? You get a lot of fucking gold from it. Now, this room loops all the fucking way around so that you can get a flash, but, you know, that's beyond useless at this point. For the amount of fights we get into to get it. I'm just looking at the map that's on this fact here. But these monsters aren't very powerful. I was hoping we'd run into a few werebats or something to get money. Alright, we'll pop those guys. I'm sorry, I have a shop in such a place. Shortcake for 1,000 mesitas. Would you buy one? Yes, thanks. Come again. Okay, he even admits the fact that he has a fucking shop in the middle of, in the very bottom of a cake. Those must be some fucking good-ass shortcakes, let me tell you, because why the fuck would you have your shop in the bottomless pit of a fucking cave? That makes no logical sense whatsoever. Who comes and fucking buy... I mean, how does the guy even stay in business? Who fucking comes down to buy a fucking shortcake except some random band of adventurers that's strong enough to fucking get through the fucking cave? What? I mean, if they had said, there's a shortcake buried in the cave, it's the last shortcake, it's the governor's favorite thing, and the last shortcake ever is buried in a cave somewhere at the bottom of this cave. It's in a treasure chest somewhere. I'd be like, okay, fine. Granted, I wouldn't eat a shortcake that's been rotting in a treasure chest in some cave, but at least it would make a little bit more sense than some fucking random guy sets up a shortcake at the bottom of a fucking cave and charges 1,000 mesitas for it. Makes no fucking sense. None whatsoever. Now that I fucking ranted about that, let's continue. Well, the only really useful spells Elias ever gets are Fire and Heal and Fly. Any other spell that she gets is kind of... Well, let's do that in. And we're out. Okay. So that wasn't so bad, but like I said, it's completely fucking retarded, logic-wise, that there's some fucknut with a shortcake shop in the bottom of a cave. Because like I said, how does the guy stay in business? I mean, who the fuck goes down there to buy a fucking shortcake? I mean, what does the governor send his tree? You know, every now and then the governor that likes these shortcakes like, I want a shortcake, and then he gets his private guards or whatever. Hey, go down to that cave over on Palma and get me your fucking shortcake. Yeah. That sound that you just heard, that was my head exploding from the completely retarded fucking logic or lack thereof. But we got it, and in the end, that's all we care about. Please rest yourself. You're welcome here at any time. Alright, excellent. I always like to save after I heal myself up. Just because it's kind of like a checkpoint. It's like, okay, I accomplished something. Now let's move on. How are we doing with cash? We have a lot of cash? 1,300. Not bad. If I really wanted to be fucking insane, I would go hunt werebats until I had 15 grand and get that diamond armor. That's in Motavia for 15 grand. But that's kind of overkill at this point. You kind of build that up along the way. It's like, okay, now I got 15 grand. I'm going to go buy that diamond armor. Eventually you want to buy it because it's the best armor that Elias can get. But back the first time we beat this game, we also bought a suit of it for Odin. But that's kind of redundant because he gets the Laconian armor later on, so you don't really need it to buy it for him. Unless you're not at that point in the game and you have 15 grand laying around to buy it for him, then knock yourself out. Okay. So now we're going to go meet the governor. Do you have a present to give to the governor? Sure. I'll take the shortcake now. So in other words, you can't even fucking see this guy unless you have a present. What a fucking cocksucker. Please rest your weary bones. I don't know why it makes that sound. Kind of creepy. You'll see why in a minute. Okay, so here's the governor's mansion. I am the governor. I am told that you intend to try to kill Lassic. I admire your courage. In the Maharu cave lives an esper named Noah. I will give you a letter of introduction to present to her. It's a her? I have faith that you will kill Lassic and return here eventually. You should rest here a while after your long journey. You fell into a deep sleep. Here's that creepy noise again, and oh shit, it's a fucking monster! Now, there's the judge. Hi, Judge. For the record, well, I'm going to do this fight and then I'll explain it to you later. Let's see what happens. Oh, Odin's dead. guys died. You had a bad dream. The game scares the shit out of you with impossible monsters. Oh, it was only a bad dream. Or your face that you will kill last and return here eventually. For the record, it is possible to kill that thing. I've done it. If you're buffed up enough, you get 10 experience points if you kill it. And it still tells you it was a bad dream. So, whatever. It's a fuck the Knicks type of deal. So I really, well, yeah, he gave us the letter so that we could give it to Noah, who the instruction manual refers to as a guy, the game refers to it as a girl. Whatever. Maybe it's a hermaphrodite for all I fucking know. Before I continue, I need something. That succubus fight drained it on me. Okay. Let's move on. Again, don't step on any of these brown things. They're antlions, and they aren't worth shit if you kill one. It's just like a big fat fuck you. And of course, as we're going, we're always getting more money because we're always going to need better gear. So any mooks that we fight along the way is all good. These things are worth decent money and they're pretty easy to kill. They do hit kind of hard though. Well, anything again has a fucking potential to hit hard. It's just, you know. It's just a big fat case of whatever. Now here's a leech, which is considerably more dangerous. Unless it misses. Then we beat the piss out of it like we do everything else. Actually, I lied. It only did 5 points damage. It really isn't that much more damage. It did have more hit points, though. Alright, here's the cave. Here's another gold lens right before we get to the cave. Alright. Oh, come on! I thought I went in the cave! Come on! Jesus, these games back in this era just give you unending fucking monsters to fight. Alright, we chopped him up. Okay. Now here we are in the crappy cave. Many of the treasure chests in the dungeon are trapped. Yeah, so are many of the ones in the overworld, but you don't hear me complaining. I'm at the point where I could beat up those E-farmers if I really wanted to, and I don't remember if they were worth decent money or not, but at the same time, I'm trying to save... I'm avoiding those fights when I can because I'm trying to save resources, you know, because you kind of only have a limited amount of magic points and burgers and shit to heal ourselves. I probably should have... It might have been a good idea to buy some more fucking burgers, like... You know, and I'm also going to save at this point, just in case I get fucking buried at this point, you know, so at least I don't have to do all that other shit again. You found a cola! Okay. Now, at this point, the cola is kind of ass as a healing item, but you still want to have a few because there's these bums that you'll talk to later that say, hey, you got a cola, man! And then if you give them a cola, you get some information and stuff, so that's important. Now, I'm going to show you something. This is something I did not know existed until very recently. You'll notice there doesn't really look like... Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Turn to the right, take 2 steps. Turn to the right and step forward. Oh, look at that! A secret wall! Ho, 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 ho! Amazing. Now, what was the point of going through this secret wall, pray tell? Well, friends. Let me show you. Masita! Cha-ching! We got paid! We got fight money! As a kid, I had no fucking idea that cave existed. It's a fucking hidden wall. How would you find... Back then, you had no idea there's a fucking hidden wall at some random point in the dungeon. But yeah, $2,000 is a lot at this point. Now, if you wander, now there is another path you can take here, and if you eventually wander around deep enough into this floor, you will find a fucking red dragon. Do we want to fight the red dragon at this point? Abso-fucking-lutely not. I'm not feeling suicidal today. At any rate, there's some other mundane treasures on this floor. There's 50 Masita, which is pocket change to fucking $2,000 that we just picked up. I want to eat another llama. Thanks. Good for you. Hello! We are outcasts. Forgive us. Alright, there's only one of you. Fuck you. I'm gonna slaughter your ass. Yeah, that's what I think about you. What are these things worth? Are they worth any decent money? 30. On a burger! Never hurts to have more burgers. Okay, wall splits in two paths here. We turn left or right and pay. Great. The chest blew up and we got a burger. That was like a big fat pile of fuck the nicks, if I ever saw one. There is no need to use that. Who are you? I am busy with my training now. Do not be a nuisance. Well, fuck you. I have received a letter from the governor. Please read it. Let me see it. Our duty is clear. We must protect the plants of the auto system. We only for going off for it. By not delivering, we can use underground passage from a manhole in the spaceport. Okay, so now this ambiguous, even the fact I'm using doesn't fucking know if it's a guy or a girl. Noah equipped short sword. So yeah, surprise there. Noah can equip the fucking short sword. Which gives him like an extra 2 attack power. And now we get to fight our way back out of this dungeon. Lovely. Noah's all about fucking attack magic. Eventually. Right now, he's basically a royal meat shield. We got tied up. I was no ice. Useless. Good. I'm going to tie up your most useless party member. Okay, fine. Noah is useful later on. It's just right now it's kind of, you know. Wake me up when he learns some spells and stuff. Or she, or whatever. Be careful of perks in the dungeon. How about you be careful of my foot in your ass? Noah died? That puss. Go for the barbarian. Or barbarian. Unlike these other little bitches that have knives, this fucker's got a gun. Ooh, 178 and a cola. Elias advanced the level. That's great. Jesus Christ. I like how Odin show him with an axe, but then like didn't actually use an axe. You thief! Fuck you. Now I gotta go find a church so I can revive Noah's lame ass. This is a church. Do you wish to resurrect someone? Okay. Sabras, Cabras, Sabras, Bass. May the gods watch over you. ISB 5 from 7. Okay. Normally I don't do this, but we have a lot of cash now. So. This is a hospital. Do you need help? Be careful. Alright. Pardon that interruption, folks. Apparently I didn't have the camera plugged in and it ran out of battery. We're almost done with this leg of the quest anyway. You're my busted. Then we go into this hidden sewer. And look at that. We're in a secret cave. Before you got Noah, you couldn't fucking go in here. We go in this cave. I'm busy, don't bother me. Oh, fuck you. Yeah, you look like you're real busy standing there. Like a fucking little bitch. And now we're in a new town. Filled with bums. Could you spare me a cup of cola? Don't go near the tower at the far end of the narrow road which goes from the Gothic forest through the mountains of magic beasts there looking at you turn to stone. That's Medusa. I got nothing to say to you. Get lost. Nothing here. There's a flute here later on when you talk to a specific dude. Nothing here. So. That seems like a good place to stop this particular leg of the quest. Tune in next time for more.